I wanted to have a family with him. I wanted to get married to him. Like I said, I've been with him since I was 18. I love him. Any man I ever talked to know that I love him.
I never knew Teresa Murphy. Never knew
Wait
her
a
name
minute.
was Teresa.
Oh my God.
Even in
Donna,
Chicago.
So you've been sleeping with her for 4 months and don't know her name.
Not even her government name.
You sound about crazy, Mr. Boston.
Imagine hauling a man into paternity court 2 years after your baby is born, swearing he's the father, while he's just now hearing he might have a daughter named Naomi. Ms. Garrett is on a mission. Mr. Boyer is on defense. Judge Lauren is trying to cut through confusion, Facebook drama, and delayed truth. From the jump, the tension is simmering, and everybody's eyes are locked on Naomi's future.
Ms. Garrett, you are here on a mission today to prove that the defendant, Mr. Boyer, is the biological father of your 2-year-old daughter, Naomi. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Your Honor.
You say that after a month of non-stop, unprotected sex with the defendant, you are 100% sure that he fathered your child.
Ms. Garrett tearfully explains, it takes 2 to tango, saying their choices created a beautiful baby girl, and if this test proves it, Mr. Boyer needs to step up, or she'll see him in child support court. She's serious, emotional, and not backing down. You can see Judge Lauren listening carefully, already clocking the responsibility talk versus the timeline drama loading.
Going on.
Well, today, Your Honor, I'm here to prove to Mr. Boyer that he is the father of my 2-year-old daughter. It takes 2 to tango. Give me 1 second.
Take your time. I know it's hard.
It takes 2 to tango. We both grown. We both did what we did. And the result to what the fact that we did, we created a beautiful baby girl.
Then we find out there was no boyfriend-girlfriend romance here, just friends and very active benefits. Ms. Garrett says they met in December 2014 and quickly formed an instant connection. The sex? She calls it amazing and real good, proudly. She claims they had 31 days of unprotected sex. The gallery reacts. Judge Lauren shuts down the applause fast, Priority confusion at its finest.
We're at all. No.
Okay. So, Mr. Boyer, you've heard Ms. Garrett's assertion loud and clear.
It shouldn't have took 2 years for me to find out if I'm really the father,
So let me understand the nature of your relationship. How did you two meet? What was this relationship? Were you boyfriend and girlfriend?
Mr. Boyer steps in like, hold up, not 31 days straight. He says it was about a month overall, mostly weekends, but yes, unprotected. He never thought she was only with him, calling it too easy for that. Then comes that wild analogy. He never wanted to put her under the wing like fried rice, aka never meant to take her home. Judge Lauren looks baffled. The whole courtroom's like, sir, what?
Then I'm not gonna sit here and fault to nobody. It was great. I'm gonna keep it real. It was real good, Your Honor. And we had 31
TMI.
days of sex, unprotected, and...
Did I hear you say you had 31 days straight of
Yes.
unprotected sex? I'm not gonna say that deserves a round of applause, even though you got one.
We move into the pregnancy. After their situation ended, Ms. Garrett started a committed relationship with another man. When she got pregnant, she assumed the new boyfriend was Naomi's father, told him, and never informed Mr. Boyer. Judge Lauren walks her through it. You slept with Mr. Boyer, then the new man, decided it was the new man's baby, and Mr. Boyer was left completely in the dark.
it'd be only like on the weekends, like, I can't even work for 31
Did you
days.
do it for one day?
Yeah.
You did it for one day.
It definitely happened. It definitely
So
happened.
that's
It
all
definitely
it
was
takes.
unprotected.
We
but-
know that that's all it takes.
Right.
So you admit you were in this sexual relationship.
Yeah.
You all were not in a committed relationship.
Never, not
Were you
once.
ever under the impression that Ms. Garrett was only sleeping with you, or did you?
Mr. Boyer explains how he finally found out. He's scrolling Facebook, sees a baby picture of Naomi on Ms. Garrett's page, and messages her, asking who the child is because the timing lines up. At first, she says yes, then no, then blocks him completely. She admits she blocked him to protect her happy little relationship. I mean, just look at his face. He's hurt and annoyed, and you can't even blame him.
Oh!
You say all that, but you're grown just like I'm grown. You know what you did.
Right, I know what I did.
And you know what I did.
never
but guess
denied
what?
that
We
I
gonna
did it.
prove, we gonna
I
prove
never
it.
denied that I did it. And
Okay,
for you to
so
say child
let's
support,
continue on.
that's irrelevant because you know I take care of my kids, so child support is irrelevant. You don't even got to say
Okay.
that. I'm not no deadbeat.
All right. So at some point you find out you're pregnant.
Judge Lauren points out the irony. The man actively asking about paternity and trying to get clarity is the one who got blocked. Yet now Ms. Garrett is in court, demanding he accept responsibility. That flip is crazy. The judge presses her. This wasn't about Naomi. It was about keeping her her relationship clean. You can feel the air get heavier as Ms. Garrett has to say out loud what she really did.
You were pregnant and you never thought to notify Mr. Boyer?
No.
Mr. Boyer, were you ever notified she was pregnant at all, or did you find out?
No, I wasn't notified at all. I actually was scrolling through my timeline one day and I saw Naomi's picture on her wall. So I like inboxed her like, who that?
Then comes the twist. Ms. Garrett eventually has the other man, the one she believed was the father, tested. The DNA results come back. 0% probability Judge Lauren reviews the paperwork. This is where everything crashes down. When that man is ruled out, suddenly Mr. Boyer goes from blocked problem to you must be the father, and she reaches out again. Talk about messy timing.
Naomi was an infant she blocked.
But isn't it ironic you blocked him on Facebook because he was saying, I might be the child's father and we need a DNA test, but now you're here saying that he is the father.
But, Your Honor, I was in a committed relationship.
So you were in a committed relationship at the time. You really thought the baby was the man you were in the relationship with.
Mr. Boyer tells the story with that Talladega Nights reference. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, running through his head when she messages saying the other guy isn't the dad, he's overwhelmed. Says he's got a lot going on, and another surprise child would be a serious hit, but emphasizes he's responsible and just needs the truth. The joke lands, but his stress, very real.
So, Mr. Boyer, you're saying you didn't hear about Naomi again until just 2 months ago?
Yes, very recently. Yeah.
What happened?
She inboxed me on Facebook, same place she blocked me at, and told me like, oh, well, you know, the other boy, you know, the test came back that he's not the dad, so you gotta be the dad.
Then we hit the infamous moment. At Ms. Garrett's request, he goes to see Naomi. He says he felt zero spiritual energy, no vibe, no resemblance, nothing linking him to this little girl. She don't look like me, my sister, no female in my family. The courtroom freezes. Ms. Garrett pushes back hard. Not all children look like their fathers. Naomi could resemble her, or the grandmother tension overload.
I said that in my head and I was like, no, like I can't be the pop. I can't, because I got a lot going on in my life right now to where as though that would be like a hindrance, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm a responsible human being.
I'm still back on Talladega Nights.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's the whole scene that came in your head?
Yeah, I was just like behooved. I was like, how could I be the dad? Like how? So.
Judge Lauren pumps the brakes and drills the facts. Ms. Garrett had the other potential father tested, 0%. She now insists there is no one else except Mr. Boyer. No third, fourth, fifth man in the conception window. She's standing on that firmly. Judge Lauren is clearly trying to separate emotion from logic here, building a clean frame for the DNA results. This is the turning point.
She asked me to try to be around, you know, try to get to know Naomi a little bit. I went over there to see her. I got zero spiritual energy from this child. I had zero vibe with this child. I looked at her. She don't look like me. She don't look like my sister. She don't look like no female in my family. She don't look like nobody in my family. So I don't know, maybe the eyes, but that's about it.
Next, the judge confronts Ms. Garrett about her attitude. She reminds her, you blocked Mr. Boyer while he was asking for a test, chose your relationship over the truth, and now you're acting like he wronged you. Ms. Garrett breaks, saying she feels like she's being painted as a whore. Judge Lauren checks that immediately. This is about choices, not shaming, and projecting her shame onto him isn't fair.
Or you get on your plane and fly out of here on your...
That's your honor.
Let me understand. You had the other guy tested.
Yes.
And so the DNA test revealed that the man that you were sure was Naomi's biological father was
100%.
in fact not her biological father.
We get a raw moment from Mr. Boyer. He says if Naomi is his, he's devastated. He missed 2 years. Her first steps, moments, memories. He's not the kind of father who's absent. That thought hurt. You can hear it in his voice. This isn't clown energy anymore. This is a dad scared he's been robbed of time. I mean, just look at him. That emotion makes his doubt painfully understandable.
0% probability of paternity regarding the other potential father.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so at the moment you got those results, you started to unblock Mr. Boyer because you were like, oh Lord, I done blocked out the real biological father.
Yes.
So now let me unblock him.
Judge Lauren then lays out the full pattern. Ms. Garrett wanted the relationship with the other man, blocked the one asking for paternity, only circled back after the first man was excluded. She also acknowledges Ms. Garrett did the right thing by getting the prior test, but warns her if Mr. Boyer is Naomi's father, she will need him, so tearing him down and barking orders is not the strategy.
No other man?
No.
And so you knew if it's not this guy, it's Mr. Boyer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so, Mr. Boyer, how long after this initial point of contact did you say to her, or did she reveal to you, I think you're the child's father, immediately?
Yeah, it was the same day. It was the same day.
All right.
When asked what he would do if Naomi is his, Mr. Boyer says he'd be there fully and teach her to avoid men like the man he used to be. It's honest, self-aware, and exactly the kind of line that shifts the whole room. Judge Lauren is clearly impressed. This is the responsible energy she wants linked to any child proven his. Cue invisible applause. This is growth in real time.
I mean, but I don't know. We just gotta find out. I can't do anything until I find out.
And so Ms. Garrett says you were the only other possible man.
She says a lot of things. She says a lot of things.
And so do you. We acting like that because it wasn't all this at home. It wasn't.
With everything on the table, Judge Lauren reminds them this is about Naomi. Not pride, not Facebook, not past relationships. No more blocking, no more fried rice metaphors, no more Talladega excuses. Just the truth. The tension is thick as she reaches for that envelope. You can almost hear every heartbeat in that courtroom syncing up. Cue the drum roll.
He was begging you for a paternity test and writing to you, and you admitted it. You said, I want him out of my ear talking about, can we get a paternity test? Because I'm trying to have a relationship with this other man.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't understand how you can stand here now with this attitude, like.
The results are in. DNA diagnostics. When it comes to 2-year-old Naomi Garrett, Mr. Boyer, the tension in the courtroom at the mention of those words could crack ice. Now wait till you hear the truth.
As follows. In the case of Garrett versus Boyer, when it comes to 2-year-old Naomi Garrett, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Boyer, you are not the father.
Ms. Bryson drags her ex, Mr. McCarroll, into paternity court, absolutely convinced he's the father of her 18-month-old son, Shin McCarroll. She's got receipts, attitude, and a whole lot of history. Meanwhile, Mr. McCarroll sits there stone-faced, ready to demand Shin's last name be changed if the DNA says otherwise. Talk about messy stakes. Let's get into this chaos.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Bryson versus McCarroll.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Bryson, you have dragged the defendant, your ex-boyfriend, Mr. McCarroll, into court today because although you admit to having sex with more than one man,
From the jump, Ms. Bryson calls him a cheater and even claims he wants her to be a whore like he is. The courtroom collectively blinks. He swears he's innocent and paints himself as the man who tried to structure his life to avoid exactly this situation. I mean, just look at his face. He really thinks he's the hero in this story. Drama overload already.
Zylan's biological father. And after today's DNA results are revealed, you demand that Zylan's name be changed. Ms. Bryson, what is the nature of your relationship? You're separated?
Yes, ma'am. We're currently separated.
Are you working to get it back on track? Where are you all at in this?
Judge Lake pushes past the shouting to get clarity, but they cannot stop talking over each other. Bryson says every time they're together, he cheats. He says he tried to protect her from becoming another woman who doesn't know her child's father. Sir, please, you could cut the tension with a knife as Judge Lake hits him with, "Oh, you're a savior now?"
And he doesn't want to do that.
Yes, I tried
Because
to
he
structure,
wants to be a whore.
I tried to structure everything about my life to make it where we would never have to be here in this situation, where she would never have to worry about who her baby daddy was or none of that crazy stuff. I was
He
trying
don't
to
never
work
take
and
blame
go
for
to
anything
school
that he does, Your
so
Honor.
that we could not.
Then we get the Rick James book incident. Yes, you heard that right. He claims he was just downstairs reading when she came storming in accusing him of cheating. She says she heard him on the phone setting up a meetup with another woman. He denies. She reenacts. Full performance. This isn't a relationship. This is a live fire trust exercise gone horribly wrong.
Where we got another beautiful young black woman that don't know who her kids' fathers is, that's steady.
Oh, you're a savior now.
He
I'm
swear
not a savior.
He thinks
No,
he is.
I'm
He
not a
think he is.
behavior, but I could have avoided this situation.
How could you have avoided that?
I could have avoided this by working and going to school and trying to make a better way for her.
And every time he worked.
And hold on.
Now we move into the real issue, conception. When she got pregnant with Shin, they were separated and she was in a relationship with another man. But every time Mr. McCarroll came around, he couldn't keep his hands to himself. She admits she has cheated on other men with him because she loves him. Judge Lake hits her with, "You just cheat on other people with him," and whoo, Bryson owns it.
Together. They do everything together, okay? They do everything together.
Never.
He was
But
with
wait a minute. I want to go back to the part where you said you can't even read a book.
Yes, no, ma'am. I was reading, I believe it was Rick James' autobiography some years ago. As you could imagine, that is a very interesting book.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
Here's where emotions spill over. Ms. Bryson breaks down explaining she's loved him since she was 18, wanted to marry him, have a son with him, have a real family. He didn't want to settle, so she went ahead with her own plan. Heartbreaking stuff, because you can see she's desperate for stability from the exact man who keeps shattering it.
And we got into it about that situation.
Man,
And
how do you know that was a girl
anytime I bring-
currently slept with?
I talked to her. He was telling her she upstairs sleep with the baby. When I get a chance to get out, I'm gonna come over and we gone.
I don't know where
And
you
he's
got
like,
that
she's-
story. I want to take a lot of
It's always, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I don't know nothing. Like he over here talking now like I'm the bad guy.
Judge Lake is not letting this slide. She reminds Ms. Bryson a baby is not a consolation prize because a man won't commit. And then, boom, Bryson pulls out her conception calendar. She explains the doctor visits, the pregnancy tests, and how all signs pointed to April and directly to Mr. McCarroll. She came prepared, calendar and all. Yep, she brought receipts.
He turns his back, he touching on me. And I tell him, don't do that. But while I'm separated, I do love him with all my heart. Everything in me loves him. I want all my kids to be here, okay?
So you were with another man.
Yes, I was.
In a relationship,
No,
and then Mr. McCarroll came over and touched you, and then you got pregnant.
We dive into the dates. The judge walks through Shin's birth date and Bryson's calculated conception window. Then comes the problem. Ms. Bryson admits she also slept with another man on April 26th, just 2 days before being with McCarroll on the 28th. The whole courtroom goes, wait. Judge Lake flat out asks why that man isn't being considered. Talk about messy.
Basically.
So basically, you're saying he's the cheater.
Yes, and he tried to make me look like the bad guy. Okay, in the past, I have cheated on guys with him because like I said, I love him, but when I got pregnant with him, I was with someone and I broke up with him and I told the other guy why I was breaking up with him because I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
And I can see that really just upsets you.
Bryson insists the other guy can't be the father because Jin looks like her other kids by that same man, so she ruled him out herself. Ma'am. Meanwhile, McCarroll swears Jin doesn't look like him or his other child and points straight at the doubt. This is the moment where everyone's eyebrows are synced in confusion. I mean, just look at their reactions. Nobody's buying each other's story.
Not a consolation prize. It's not, oh, because I didn't get this man, I'll just have this baby and I'll just be all right. That's not how children should be brought into this world.
As the arguments spiral, Judge Lake checks McCarroll on trying to downgrade Bryson while still choosing to be with her for 10 years. Then she sharply pivots. All this doubt centers around the other man, and just like that, cue Mr. Perkins. Jerome brings him in, and you can feel the energy shift instantly.
Because it's one thing to say, I've been with her, we've been on and off, I love her, we can't let each other go. It's another thing for you to try to downgrade her after you previously stated you had a system of avoiding it.
I buy everything for my kids, all my kids, every one of my kids always had a crib.
Mr. Perkins calmly says he does not believe he's Shin's father, but explains why he's hurt. While with him, Ms. Bryson was still messing with McCarroll. She told Perkins she was 99% sure McCarroll was the dad, but left that 1% hanging on him. You can see the frustration all over his face. This man did not sign up for this triangle of chaos.
Ensuring that he know who his father is.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is this. All of this doubt centers around this other man you were with.
Yes.
He's here, and I want to hear from him. Jerome, will you please escort him in the courtroom? Mr. Perkins, thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe you are Xylan's biological father?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Why?
because at the same time she was with me, she was missing.
Judge Lake locks in the timeline. Bryson split with Perkins and just 2 days later slept with McCarroll. Then we find out she named the baby Jin McCarroll with his full name after explaining the situation, and he agreed because he was willing to step up. He even testifies Shin lives with him. He cuts the umbilical cord. He's been there. This makes the stakes for him brutally real.
Around with him. Yeah, I lost my train of thought just thinking about the stuff.
It makes you upset.
Yeah, because I found out that she was messing around on me. So she told me she was 99% sure that he was the father, and it's a possibility that I could be.
Did you know she was still sleeping with Mr. McCarroll when she was with you?
No.
Now it's result time, and Judge Lake makes it crystal clear there are 2 DNA tests. The tension is suffocating. Everyone is locked in. Bryson clinging to her calendar, McCarroll bracing for confirmation or freedom, Perkins low-key praying his name is cleared. Cue the drum roll in your head, because this envelope is about to detonate everybody's narrative.
In the case of Bryson versus McCarroll, when it comes to 18-month-old Zylan McCarroll, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Perkins, you are not the father.
The first results hit, and the reaction of the courtroom was wild. But when the second result was announced, that's when the real courtroom drama came to play.
When it comes to 18-month-old Zylan McCarroll, it has been determined by this court, Mr. McCarroll, you are not the father.
Man, case closed. I ain't got no more to say. Say no more. Man.
Well, obviously, my calendar was wrong. And my ultrasounds, I showed both of them my ultrasounds.
Ms. Wilson walks into paternity court 1 month after her son, Marquette Dames, was gunned down. And before she can even finish grieving, women are lining up, claiming he fathered their kids. Ms. Felix and Ms. Brown are front and center, both swearing their children are Marquette's and deserve survivor's benefits, while Ms. Wilson suspects they're here for the checks, not the truth. Talk about messy already.
Hello.
This is the case of Wilson versus Felix Brown.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Wilson, your son died tragically just 1 month ago.
Yes, ma'am.
You say that since then, a flood of women have come forward with claims that he fathered their children. But you believe they are trying to pin their children on your son.
Judge Lake lays it out clean. This isn't rumor court. This is paternity court. Ms. Wilson breaks down as she explains how her son was killed July 6th, buried weeks later, and ever since then, it's been, he's my baby's daddy, from every direction. 11 possible children. 11. You can feel her heartbreak and exhaustion through the screen drama overload, and we're just getting started.
James is the biological father of your children and are fully entitled to survivor's benefits. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mrs. Wilson, tell us what happened.
Well, he got gunned down on July 6th. So it's really hard for me because all I do is cry. All I do is cry. When they took him, they took a part of me too. They ripped my heart out. I just buried him July 30th.
Now we zoom in on Ms. Felix. She says Marquette was there from day one. Doctor's appointments, food, support, everything. They were in a serious relationship, and Ms. Wilson knew all about it. She is stunned that the same woman who watched Marquette care for this child is suddenly questioning her baby now that money's involved. I mean, just look at her face. She's offended and confused.
So I can have closure for myself.
How many women?
It's 11 people. We're talking 11 kids here. So
oh my goodness,
it's not just these 2 young ladies, you know. It's other women that's like literally inboxing me.
How old is your child?
My child is 2.
And Miss Felix, how old is your child?
3.
All right. I want to start with you, and I want to understand the circumstances surrounding your child.
Ms. Wilson finally unloads the secret. Before he died, Marquette confessed he had doubts about some of these kids, including Ms. Felix's child and another woman's. She promised him she wouldn't say anything, but she also held his body for 24 days so the coroner could collect DNA and settle this once and for all. That is heartbreaking stuff, and it raises the stakes instantly.
The one provided me the food. He went to every doctor's appointment. He was there throughout the whole thing. She also knew about it. She used to come to my house. We used to play cards, you know, and hang out. So we were in a serious relationship, and she knows it.
So are you wondering now why she's questioning the paternity?
Yes, I am. I am. I am very much wondering because I don't understand why someone...
Then comes the Social Security bomb. Ms. Wilson says before her son was even buried, Ms. Felix and Ms. Brown went straight to file for survivors' benefits. She feels like they cared more about government money than her dead child. Ms. Felix fires back, saying Marquette was already paying child support. She didn't know there were rules about when to file the tension here. You could absolutely cut it with a knife.
First of all, my son confided in me, and I promised my son I wouldn't say anything. Before my son died, we was talking for the past 6 months before he passed away. He had doubt about several kids. Her baby was one. Darielle baby was the next one.
Ms. Wilson explains why she doubts Ms. Felix's child. Marquette was gone 4 to 5 months, comes home, suddenly she's 3 months pregnant. The math is mathing badly. Ms. Felix insists all this doubt magically appeared after his death. Both women are talking over each other, and Judge Lake is just trying to peel back the layers of this emotional mess, talk about messy timelines.
Do all of this. You had to wait this amount of time because you were committed to allowing the coroner to have the opportunity to collect the DNA so that you could get these tests done. So you could pretty much answer the questions that your son confided in you.
These two right here.
Cue the cousin. Ms. Darnell Turner steps up and confirms Marquette told her the same thing. He wasn't sure about Ms. Felix's baby because of the cheating and the dates. That right there backs up Ms. Wilson's story. Ms. Felix looks like she's trying not to combust. I mean, just look at that reaction. You can see the offense and disbelief all over her face.
Yeah, they didn't care about my grief at that present time. They didn't care because it was all about the money to them. It's not all about him.
First off, I had no clue. You were supposed to wait till someone was buried to get Social Security, okay? I didn't know you had to wait. And he was paying child support for my baby anyway, okay? So
now we get to the obituary drama. The obituary lists multiple children under Marquette's name. Ms. Wilson is heated, saying she told people not to put all those kids down because paternity wasn't confirmed. Ms. Brown and Ms. Felix are ready to go toe-to-toe over names, last names, and who belongs. Voices rise, attitudes flare, and Judge Lake has to lock this courtroom back in drama overload.
Exactly did he say about Miss Felix's child?
He said that the reason why he had doubt because he was gone away for 4 or 5 months, and when he got back, she said she was 3 months pregnant. That's what he told me. But I never said anything. I just
wanted you to keep that a secret. It was between
me and him.
In the middle of all this chaos, Ms. Wilson breaks. She admits she hasn't even been able to truly grieve because she's drowning in drama over who is and isn't her grandson. Meanwhile, Ms. Felix shares that her daughter asks for her daddy every day. Just look at Ms. Felix's face. She's crushed. For a moment, the money talk fades, and you remember there are real kids at the center of this.
And Ms. Turner, you are?
His cousin.
You are Mr. Dame's cousin?
Yes.
What do you know about this?
When Marquette came, he stayed with me for about a month. He was like, hey, Nellie, guess what? I'm having another baby. So I was like, oh, you're having another baby? He's like, yeah, but he's like, I don't know if it's mine or not.
Then, Ms. Wilson distances herself from another alleged child, Darrell's baby, says that child looks nothing like Marquette, and warns how dangerous it is to sign birth certificates when you're not sure she literally told her son to stop signing for every child. It's cold but calculated, and it tells you exactly why today's 2 cases, Marquia and Josiah, are the ones that matter most in this courtroom.
Be sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I didn't hear anything about any doubt until this vigil happened. And I highly doubt that he actually told them that, but even though, on the obituary that they did, they completely changed all the kids' names on the obituary.
I'd like to see that.
Yes.
This is evidence.
You gave them all different names, but I don't believe there was any doubt until that boy passed away.
Spotlight on Ms. Brown. She explains Marquette stepped up immediately when she got pregnant with Josiah. They moved fast, claimed each other, his family member took her to appointments, he was there at the hospital within minutes and stayed through the birth. He signed the birth certificate. Josiah carries his last name. There was never a question from him. If you're watching, you can feel her confidence. This is his child.
No. This evidence that you presented to the court, it's the obituary for Marquette Antoine Dames, and it says, Marquette leaves to cherish his memory, loving and devoted mothers, Elizabeth Simon Wilson, 6 children, Marquila Felix.
But Ms. Wilson is not buying it. She bluntly says Josiah looks nothing like Marquette and calls out the fact that Ms. Brown's son calls another man daddy. Ms. Brown claps back that this other man actually shows up for Josiah, unlike Marquette's family, who she says didn't want to be involved. This turns into a straight-up showdown about respect, support, and who's using who. Talk about messy layered on messy.
No, I'm lying?
You are.
I'm lying?
You
got
are.
that baby calling somebody else daddy.
Lady.
I don't like you anyway. You know that I don't like
me.
you. 'Cause
Lady,
you're not
lady.
Learn some respect.
Let's
Look,
get some
girl,
order. Miss Brown, have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
I'm a very emotional person right now. I have not grieved my son since he died because guess what? I'm trying to deal with other stuff. I just want to know.
Things explode. Ms. Wilson calls Ms. Brown nasty, criticizes her attitude, and they're both standing there ready to go round 2. Judge Lake has to shut it all down, reminding them this is about children and a dead man's legacy, not a street argument. You can feel the emotion boiling over, grief, anger, pride, all colliding in one very tense moment.
Used to seeing him. Has she asked for him?
Every day.
And have you found a way, or have you even told her yet, or are you just still saying he's not here?
I talk to her, I show her pictures, I tell her, you know, he's in her heart, you know, but that you can't see daddy.
When it got to Darielle, baby.
We pivot back to the heart of it. Ms. Wilson admits she hopes these kids are Marquette's because she wants to know who he truly left behind so she can take up the slack and be there. That line hits different. Beneath all the accusations, she's a devastated mother begging for clarity. Now Judge Lake says what we're all thinking. It's time for answers. Cue the drum roll.
She will be the last birth certificate that he ever signed, because if he signed another one, we're gonna have a serious problem, because you're going around signing your name on these birth certificates and you don't know if these kids are yours, and you could be signing your life away and then it be somebody else's child.
Okay, understood. Ms. Brown, I'd like you to stand now because I would like to talk about Josiah. Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to hear from you, the relationship that Marquette had with your child.
Okay,
Here we go. The first set of results. Judge Lake reads the DNA report for 3-year-old Marquia, Ms. Felix's daughter. The room is dead silent. Everyone's bracing. And then it is determined that Marquette Dames is Marquia's biological father. Ms. Felix breaks down in relief. Ms. Wilson finally has one confirmed grandbaby, and you can see the emotional weight lift just a little.
Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Wilson versus Felix Brown, when it comes to 3-year-old Marquila Dames, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Dames is the father.
Sorry about that, Lulu.
No pause, straight into Josiah. Ms. Brown stands up, arms crossed, but eyes betraying the nerves. Judge Lake reads the results for 2-year-old Josiah, and again, it is determined that Marquette Dames is the father. The twist? Ms. Wilson has to accept both children, while Ms. Brown is still too heated to even accept a hug. I mean, just look at that reaction. Whew.
Ms. Brown, please stand. In the case of Wilson versus Felix Brown, when it comes to 2-year-old Josiah Dames, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Dames is the father. You all are still processing the fact that your children will grow up without knowing their dad.
Ms. Johnson marches into paternity court furious, claiming Mr. Rice has never even met their 6-month-old son, Jeremiah. Mr. Rice, 100% convinced he is not the father, and boldly says he knows who is. You can already feel Judge Lauren gearing up like, okay, let's untangle this mess. The tension is instant, and I mean, just look at Rice's face. Pure, don't play with me.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Johnson versus Rice.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Johnson, you have summoned the defendant to court today to prove that he fathered your 6-month-old son, Jeremiah.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are furious that he never met your baby and plan to prove paternity today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rice, you say you are 100%
We jump back in time. Ms. Johnson explains she'd broken up with her boyfriend, was hurt, and ran straight into the arms of her friend, Mr. Rice. One thing led to another, fast, and next thing she knows, she's pregnant. Mr. Rice has had a crush on her since high school, finally got his shot and took it. Things got rocky quickly though. You can already tell their situationship had expiration date energy.
Tell me what happened. How did this relationship start? Take me back.
Okay, back in, I want to say June, the end of June, me and my boyfriend, we broke up and I was in my feelings. So I took comfort in Mr. Rice. And we were friends prior to that, but it went further than expected.
Ms. Johnson describes finding out she's pregnant, confused, emotional, but believing Mr. Rice will be happy because they already talked about kids. At first, he is excited, but then she admits things didn't feel right. Her feelings shifted, and she ended the relationship. That breakup mid-pregnancy? Yeah, that's where the seed of doubt got planted and watered with attitude drama overload already.
It lasted about 2 months.
Three?
2 to 3 months.
Tell me what happened when you found out you were pregnant.
I had just a regular doctor's appointment. I wasn't feeling good, and when I got in there, she said, she was like, Ms. Johnson, you're pregnant. And I was like, what? She was like, you're pregnant. And at first I was in shock, like I was freaking out, like, okay, pregnant.
Then comes the bomb. Ms. Johnson tells Mr. Rice she has an STD. He does the responsible thing, gets checked, takes meds, and the doctor calls back like, sir, you're clean. Now, that math is not mathing for him. No protection, no STD. But she has one? Whew. You could cut the tension with a knife as Judge Lauren clocks that detail too.
What happens next?
Well, we go on, I go to about one doctor's appointment with her. And after that, she tells me she has an STD. I say, okay. So I go to the doctor, I get checked, I take the medicine. But the doctor calls me the next day and tells me, sir, you don't have an STD at all.
From there, Mr. Rice's doubt skyrockets. He points out she went right back to her ex a week or two after they broke up, and he's side-eyeing the whole situation. Ms. Johnson swears she never cheated and only wanted to be with her ex emotionally, not physically during conception. Meanwhile, Judge Lauren is looking like somebody's story is leaning. Talk about messy.
We've never had protected sex, not one time in our relationship. So there's my problem.
So at that point, the doubt rears its ugly head.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Rice has never laid eyes on the baby.
No, Your Honor.
And you believe her ex is Jeremiah's biological father.
That means she was cheating already.
Then Mr. Rice drops a key detail. Ms. Johnson told him if she was 2 months pregnant, it'd be her ex James's baby. And if 1 month, it'd be his. And she didn't want it to be James's baby. That's not a small statement. He fully believes she massaged that timeline to point at him. I mean, just look at her face when this comes up. Caught between defensive and play it cool.
Did say that.
Right, but I wanted to be with my ex, but no, I did not want the baby to be his during the time because that's another story.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So now, at this moment, Mr. Rice, you believe Ms. Johnson's...
Judge Lauren calls in the other man, Mr. Williams. This is the one who stepped up, went to appointments, changed diapers, did the actual dad work. He calmly explains he's been there since they got back together in September. Meanwhile, Mr. Rice is sitting there like, so you're daddy daycare, but I'm on trial. The triangle is officially complete, folks. Drama at its finest.
Mr. Williams, thank you for joining us today. You know, we are here to discuss the paternity for baby Jeremiah,
Yes,
and we are here talking to Ms. Johnson and Mr. Rice about their brief relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Johnson believes Mr. Rice is her child's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what part you play in this.
When we got back together like September, I've been there since day one. Like doctor's appointments.
Now we get into the STD angle again. Mr. Rice believes Ms. Johnson had to be sleeping with Mr. Williams too. Because of the STD situation, Mr. Williams says he got tested, clean. Judge Lauren turns to Ms. Johnson like, so, was there someone else? And Ms. Johnson is firm, absolutely not. She's offended, emotional, insisting she's not cheating. You can feel everyone in that room trying to solve a biological jigsaw puzzle.
I've never cheated in any of my relationships. So honestly, I don't know how neither one of them didn't have it.
So you're back in this picture now, taking on the role of father,
Yes, ma'am.
being there for the baby, because Mr. Rice has admittedly said, I I don't think I'm the father, so I didn't step up to take care of the baby. He hadn't even laid eyes on the child in 6 months.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Williams then admits that in the back of his mind, he still thinks Jeremiah could be his. This man is attached. Judge Lauren points out how his belief only makes Mr. Rice's doubt worse. Cue the ghosting saga. Mr. Rice explains Ms. Johnson told him to come to the hospital for a DNA test, then claimed the testers weren't there. Even though they were, that's when things slide into going ghost.
What she tells you?
Yes, ma'am.
You do.
Ma'am.
So you think this is your biological child?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, Mr. Rice, I can imagine that only furthers your doubt hearing this testimony, even if you've never heard it before.
It does. And I want to tell you about my DNA test doubt.
Please, step up to the monitor and tell me what this says.
Mr. Rice testifies he found a clinic, had the money, was ready to do the DNA, but says Ms. Johnson vanished. He calls, nothing. She admits she texted him once about a family emergency and then left it alone. Judge Lauren is staring like, ma'am, you see how this looks? I mean, just look at that reaction. This is textbook confusion plus accountability loading.
$400 to pay for it. I said, I'll pay for it. So when I finally get one, I find a clinic that'll take the test for us for about $200. I never heard back from her.
So you actually found a place that could do the DNA test,
Yeah.
and you were prepared with the money to take the test.
Yeah, because I was ready
And
to
then she went, as we've learned in this courtroom, it's called going ghost.
ghost.
Then we hit one of the wildest receipts. Jeremiah's middle name is Sage, James spelled backward. Yup, she literally encoded Mr. Williams into the baby's name because he'd been there from day one. Judge Lauren is done. This is not extra credit, she reminds her. You could hear that line from space. It's funny until you realize this baby's identity is getting turned into a puzzle.
Appreciated what Mr. Williams was doing, but I mean, of course, this child will grow up and wonder, he will definitely wonder, Mama, where in the world did you get Samaj from?
But Your Honor, this is what she texts me and tells me on Facebook. You know, about a few weeks ago, she texts me and asks me to go buy diapers, Pampers, and something from the store and bring it to her, and she'll give me the money for it.
As they talk through it, we see Mr. Rice wrestling with the fact he's missed Jeremiah's entire beginning. Birth, 6 months, everything, because of doubt, ghosting, and chaos. He insists that if Jeremiah is his, he'll step up, break the cycle his own absent father left him in. Heartbreaking stuff. You can literally feel Judge Lauren rooting for this man to get clarity and do right.
Accept the fact that you missed that part of his life?
I can't do nothing but accept it. But if he is my son, all I have to do is make up for it. If he's my son, I gotta take care of my responsibilities. I live on my own and I work 2 jobs. If he's my son, I'm not gonna leave him out there like my daddy left me.
Amen to that.
No, ma'am.
You've never even had an opportunity. You've never even said, hey, you wanna see Jeremiah?
She's texted me and told me I can come see Jeremiah.
But he doesn't want to because he's not, like he said, he's not sure.
Cue the drum roll. Judge Lauren is finally ready for the results. Everyone's holding their breath. Mr. Williams, who's been acting like dad, Mr. Rice, who's been running on doubt, Ms. Johnson, who knows this whole maze leads somewhere permanent. The envelope comes out, and this is that classic paternity court silence where even your living room goes quiet.
In the case of Johnson versus Rice, pertaining to whether Mr. Williams or Mr. Rice is the father of 6-month-old Jeremiah Johnson, it has been determined by this court the biological father is Rice. You are the father.
Mr. Boston walks into paternity court claiming he has undeniable proof he's not the father of 10-month-old Tristan, because according to him, they basically didn't have sex. Ms. Murphy is fed up, insists he is the dad, and Judge Lake is here to sort through this chaos. 2 states, a party night, a baby, and way too much Facebook drama. Let's roll straight into the mess.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Boston versus Murphy.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day, Your Honor.
Mr. Boston, you have dragged the defendant into court today because you say you have undeniable proof that there is no way possible that you are the biological father of the defendant's 10-month-old son, Tristan. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Murphy, you say that you are...
Seconds in, Boston hits us with, "You gotta have sex to make a baby," while Ms. Murphy yells, "Lies," across the courtroom. Judge Lake clocks the contradiction immediately and calls out his credibility on the spot. I mean, you can practically see the regret loading on his face in real time. Talk about messy.
that you've never been in a sexual relationship with Ms. Murphy?
I mean, I'm not denying it like that, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so what are you saying?
He's lying, Your Honor, see?
Did you or did you not have a sexual relationship with Miss Murphy?
I mean, I had,
He
Your Honor,
did
but we
plenty
had
of times
protection.
on different occasions.
So I'm trying to figure out how this baby popped
Okay,
up.
but now you done started off the whole case lying.
Now Ms. Murphy swears they were in a full-on relationship for 4 months. Sleepovers, same bed, all of it. While Boston tries to downgrade it to, we were just cool. The back and forth sounds like two people arguing over a situationship label in 4K, and then the condom debate starts. He says always, she says never. You could cut the tension with a knife.
So how long were you in this sexual relationship?
4 months.
I wasn't even in her house for 4 months.
He's lying. He's
She
lying,
would
Your
call me
Honor.
and
He's
beg me
lying.
over there
He's
every other
lying.
night.
He's lying. Like, he was at my house
Sometimes I
every
came,
night, spending the night
sometimes
sleeping
I
in the
came
same
and stayed over there
bed.
alone, kicking it with them. You know, having beverages, stayed over time, and my mom would sleep, so I couldn't get in her house.
Ms. Murphy explains how it started in Danville, Boston coming over nightly, beverages, bedroom time, and when she told him she was 2 months pregnant, he was smiling, rubbing her belly, acting proud. Then comes the wild part. He claims he didn't even know her real name, just Bowie. Judge Lake's face? Legendary. I mean, how you laid up in somebody's bed for months and don't know their government name?
We exchanged numbers. After that, he started coming over my house, spending the night, and we had sexual encounters plenty of times on several occasions in my bedroom. When I first found out I was pregnant, he was happy. He came over to my house. He's like, oh, I found out you was pregnant. And I was like, yes, I am. I'm 2 months.
Your Honor,
He rubbed my belly and everything. He was smiling and
She was
everything.
pregnant.
Boston says there was a gap. He stopped coming around, so when he heard she was pregnant, his math said, that's not my baby. Ms. Murphy fires back. No gap? He was there. So now we've got dueling timelines, 1 baby, and 0 agreement. The way they're arguing, you'd think time itself is on trial. Drama overload already.
What happened when you found out Buki was pregnant?
Say, well, congratulations. Tell her congratulations. Who was the father? So the lady like, she's saying you the father of this child. Oh yeah, so how far along is she?
2
You
months.
know, I wasn't over your house for long, for a little while.
Then Ms. Murphy says Boston came to Chicago after Tristan was born, asked to take a picture with his son, and told her to post it on Facebook. Boston claims it was just to see if the baby looked like him. Sir, that pose said proud dad, not DNA evaluator. Judge Lake zooms in on that inconsistency like it's Exhibit A in stupidity.
He was coming over there, but he had stopped when I was like 6 months. He had stopped coming over my house.
Your Honor.
For some reason, I don't know why.
I called her and
no,
talked
he
to her
didn't.
about the
No,
baby.
he
She
didn't.
was like,
No, he
well,
didn't.
who
No, he
told
didn't.
you? I'm like,
No,
well,
he
it's
didn't.
running around,
No,
the
he
whole
did not.
Danville. So that's when I called her to get the facts from her out of her own mouth.
Okay, so when you got those facts, what did she say to you?
She told me, yeah, she was pregnant, this, that, and the third. She wanted me to come talk to her. Yeah, I did go over there and talk to her with my friend,
Boston admits he was tipsy, thought he might have another baby on the way, then sobered up and started doubting everything. Classic liquor said yes, logic said no moment. Meanwhile, Ms. Murphy insists the timeline still points straight to him. You can see Judge Lake mentally circling every lie, ready to swing the accountability hammer.
Exactly.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
After I had the baby, Your Honor, he came to Chicago to see my baby.
Yes.
So during pregnancy and birth, you all lived in different states?
Yes, I moved back to Chicago with my mom. Actually, I have proof.
Judge Lake presses. During conception, was Boston the only man? Ms. Murphy first says he was. Then the court drops the bomb. There's another man. Mr. Gregory Boston's whole body language turns into, I knew it. This is the moment the case upgrades from messy to full chaos package.
The line as the child get a little older, I will see some part of me in his baby. I still didn't see it.
Okay, so what you did is you came to town because you wanted to see this baby because you needed to see if it looked like you.
Right, if it has some kind of, parts of me or my family in him. I don't see it.
Some family resemblance.
Exactly.
All right, so Miss Murphy, he's saying there's a whole gap of time that he was not around.
Mr. Gregory enters calmly, like he's just here to check a box. He confirms a sexual relationship with Ms. Murphy and says when she messaged saying she might be pregnant, he blocked her and vanished because he had a girlfriend and didn't want problems. Sir, you helped create the problem. His whole I blocked her confession has the courtroom side-eyeing him in unison.
He was intimate with other guys guys way before.
No, I was just intimate with one
There was
person
too many
after
guys
him.
that I already
After
knew
him,
out there was telling me her name.
After him, I was
Oh, how
only
you know
intimate
her?
with one
How you
guy.
know her? How you know her? Too many guys. Too many of them.
Well, the court has identified and located another man who says he was intimate with you as well.
Look at that there.
That man, Mr. Gregory, is here.
A shame.
Judge Lake grills Ms. Murphy. If your own math said Boston lined up, why tell Gregory he might be the dad too? Ms. Murphy basically admits she had it in her head that Gregory could be the father. Now we've got 2 possible fathers and 0 solid certainty. Can anyone else feel the tension rising?
He blocked me. He actually blocked me, Your Honor, because he had went back home to his girlfriend and he thought that I was gonna break up a happy home, which it wasn't nothing like that because I don't wanna break up no happy home. This is about my son.
But you just testified in court just a minute ago that when you calculated up the time during the 4-month span, it was only Mr.
It added up to Mr. Boston.
So why are we telling Mr. Gregory?
Then Ms. Murphy's best friend, Kiana Wynn, takes the stand. She lived with Ms. Murphy and testifies Boston was the only man around during that 4-month stretch. Only when they stopped talking did Gregory show up. That testimony suddenly makes Boston's story about a gap sound a tiny bit less ridiculous and gives Ms. Murphy's chaos a timeline. I mean, just look at everyone's faces, pure confusion.
Yeah, I was living with Teresa the whole time.
So when he was saying he wasn't really coming over there that much.
Right, he was.
And he was sleeping on the floor.
He was sleeping in my bed.
Is Mr. Boston the only man coming over there within that 4-month period?
When she was saying him, he was the only man. They broke up. They weren't talking.
Now comes the bombshell paperwork moment. Ms. Murphy put Boston on child support, even though Gregory was also a possibility. Simply because she had Boston's information, Judge Lake is heated. She holds up the documents like a cautionary tale, explaining he's about to be chased for a child no one's sure is his. This is not fill in any name you like court. Talk about messy.
Father is.
Is there a name listed as father on his birth certificate?
No, I put Mr. Boston on child support.
Did what? I ain't
I
getting
have
no letter.
proof
Let me
that
see
I
that,
put
Jerome.
Mr. Boston on child support.
Why would you arbitrarily choose Mr. Boston and put him on child support?
Judge Lake lays into everyone, Ms. Murphy for naming a father out of convenience, and both men for acting disgusted when they all joined in the reckless behavior. The read is surgical. You can feel the whole room shrinking as she reminds them a 10-month-old boy's entire life hangs on their choices. Drama, reality, and responsibility collide hard right here.
For a child that you don't know is yours, you don't know if it's yours, and you don't know if it's either one of theirs. So the stakes are high today.
I just want my baby to have his daddy in his life. I don't need nobody to do anything for him.
So why file the papers and put his name? I want you to tell me what's going on in your mind.
Okay, he was supposed to come to Chicago.
We head into the final stretch. Ms. Murphy tearfully says she just wants Tristan to have his dad. Boston and Gregory sit there looking tense, trying to act unbothered. Judge Lake asks Mr. Gregory, if you're the father, what are you going to do? He says he'll step up, be a father, work 2 jobs if needed. It's the first grown-up answer we've heard all episode. Cue the drum roll.
That's the whole point. He got you. That's your baby. You're responsible if you know you slept with more than one man during the window of conception. It is your responsibility to figure out who that child's father is. And before you rope somebody arbitrarily into child support without knowing he's the father, to just figure out that issue. You know both of these men could be that child's father.
Here it comes. Judge Lake opens the envelope. In the case of Boston versus Murphy, when it comes to 10-month-old Tristan, you can feel the air leave the room as Judge Lauren utters those words. But the twist ahead will literally leave your jaws on the floor.
Case of Boston versus Murphy. When it comes to 10-month-old Tristan Murphy, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Gregory, you are not his father. Next results read as follows. In the case of Boston versus Murphy, when it comes to 10-month-old Tristan Murphy, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Boston, you are not the father.